types of expansion card. Before getting to know about the types of expansion card, you should know about what is expansion card. Expansion card is a printed circuit board that is inserted on an expansion slot on the motherboard. So these card will be attached to the motherboard through expansion slot. If you see in a picture here or in a diagram, you can see the white color, the black color and the chocolate color. These are expansion slot, and this is the expansion card which is going to be attached through these expansion slot. They are also known as add-on card or interface card, or we can just say card. Why we utilize that? Whenever any functionality or the ability is not available inside your computer, so we use an expansion card for that. I'm going to give you an example for that. Here, your computer graphic memory is let's suppose 64 MB, and you want to play a game of Hitman or any latest game. So what you need? You need to expand your graphic memory. So how you going to expand that? You're going to utilize expansion card for that, and you will buy an expansion card and you will use an expansion slot for that. Same here, if you want to connect your computer with a network and a network port is not available on your motherboard, so you need an expansion card. Which type of expansion card you need? You need a network interface card for that. There are basically four types of cards which are commonly used inside your system. Those are sound card, video graphic card, modem card, and network interface card. We are going to discuss all these types of card. First one, sound card. The purpose of sound card is to facilitate transmission of sound in a computer. In an old computer, we just only have a beep sound that was produced from a computer. Beep, just like teeth, teeth, that sound. So whenever you want to play something inside your computer and sound card is not there, so you will not hear any sound from your computer. So when the invention of the sound card is done in 1980s, so at that time we are able to store voices inside a computer and hear it through speaker. Before that, sound was not storing inside a computer, or we cannot hear the human sound out from the computer before 1980s. The purpose of sound card is that it transmit the sound which is going to computer or coming out from the computer. If you see the sound waves are in an analog form. Okay, and your computer understand what? Digital form. So computer will not understand your data directly, so it need to be converted your analog signal to the digital signal. So who is going to do that for you? A sound card is responsible for converting your sound signal or analog signal to the digital signal so that your computer can store or it can record. Same the sound which is coming from microphone, so that is in an analog form. It will get inside through sound card, and sound card convert it to the digital form in a form of zeros and one, and that will be stored inside your computer. Same procedure whenever you are hearing a sound. So whenever the sound which are coming out from a speaker, that is in an analog form. But from a computer, the sound which is stored, or the sound which is stored inside your computer, that is in a digital form. So sound card convert that digital form signal to the analog form, and that analog wave is sent to the speaker, and speaker will produce a sound. It is not possible to play a DVDs, CVDs and run multimedia application on a computer without sound card. So whenever you want to play any video, or whenever you want to play any DVD or any multimedia application, so just only picture will be showing, sound is not coming. Why? Because sound card is necessary for it. Earlier, sound card were installed in expansion slot on the motherboard, but right now most of the system which we have in our homes, in our offices, they have a manufactured or built-in sound card integrated on a motherboard. So no need of having a sound card inside your computer. But sometimes we need that. In a studio, they required 3 or 4 amplifier. So on a desktop computer or laptop computer, you have just 1 channel or 2 channels sound out system. But if you need 3 or 4 channel output sound, so for that you need an extra sound card. You're going to buy the sound card from a market having 3 channel or 4 channel or 5 channel sound card, so that 4 or 5 amplifiers can be utilized with it. With a normal digital computer, you mostly use one amplifier, a speaker with one amplifier. Okay, but whenever you need to utilize 2 or 3 or 4 amplifier, you need a expansion card. Which type of expansion card? Sound card. And it will be put on a PCI port, and then you can utilize a 3-4 amplifier inside your computer. Next one is a video graphic card. A video graphic card is also an expansion card that is used to display graphic and video on the monitor. So this card is responsible for displaying videos or images on your computer. The video card in the past were installed on the expansion slot. Previously, we got a plain motherboard. Okay, why I'm saying that plain motherboard? Because only motherboard was there, integrated devices were not there. It's like it does not have a VGA, it does not have a sound card, it does not have a network interface card, it does not have a modem. So we were required to buy these cards and put on a expansion slot at that time. But right now, these cards are coming built in, or we can say that built-in memories is there to utilize these cards. The modern computer have a video hardware graphic card which is integrated on the motherboard. That is known as a integrated graphic, or we can say that onboard graphic. The integrated graphic hardware use a computer RAM. So means whenever you have a 64 MB or 128 MB integrated graphic memory, so this 64 or 128 MB will be utilized from your RAM. The latest video card include dedicated memory called video memory. Most video card today come with a video memory of 256 MB to 2 GB. So if you need a dedicated memory is not shared. Remember that it is a separate memory which is only used for graphic. But whenever integrated memory is there, so that is utilized from your RAM. These cards are required to run graphic application and latest video games. Most of these video cards are utilized for gaming purpose. Most of these graphic cards have their own processor to perform graphic calculation. So extra processor is there whenever you are using a 3D card of 256 GB or 1 GB, 256 MB, sorry, 256 MB or 512 MB or 1 GB card. So inside it, you got a specific processor is there, and on a processor, heatsink and fan will be integrated. It allows complex graphic animation to be displayed. I think so. Here you have understand that what is a shared graphic memory and what is a dedicated graphic memory. Dedicated graphic memory is a separate memory which will be available on card or on the motherboard. And shared is the graphic memory which is an integrated memory which will be utilized from the RAM. Modem card. What modem card is? Modem card send and receive data from one computer to the another computer on the internet through telephone lines. Whenever you want to connect internet through telephone line, so for that modem is required. It is a fix inside a expansion slot. Some of the motherboard have a integrated modem and some does not have that. But if modem is not there, you can buy from a market and put inside your expansion slot. Modem word is created from two words, which is MO modulation and DEM demodulation. Modulation stand for converting digital signal to the analog signal, demodulation from analog signal to the digital signal, because the data which is coming through telephone lines, they are in an analog form. So they will be converted, okay, not from here, analog signal. There's a difference between analog data and analog signal. So that analog signal has to be converted to the digital signal inside your computer so that computer will understand that. And for that purpose, modem is utilized. There are three types of modem, which are dial-up modem, ISDN modem, and DSL modem. First one, dial-up modem. Dial-up means, if you remember, in an old modem, we have to connect through a specific number. A number will be dialed and then you will connect to the internet. So therefore, the name given to that is a dial-up. Dial-up modem is a communication device that send and receive a data from one computer to another computer on the internet through telephone line. So that is used through telephone line. The sending and receiving computer both must have a dial-up modem. It's not required that on both sides dial-up modem is there. On one side dial-up is there, another side can be any other internet facility. The bad thing inside is, or we can say the worst thing inside the dial-up modem is speed is very slow. It provides 128 kbps or 256 kbps speed. So a very slow speed of 256 kbps, which is the maximum, will be utilized through dial-up modem. Therefore, nowadays we are not using dial-up modem because nowadays we have 2 MB, 5 MB, 10 MB, 20 MB internet facility. So dial-up modem give you the maximum speed 256 kb, which is very slower. Another type of modem is ISDN. ISDN modem is a communication device that use a ISDN line to send and receive data. ISDN stand for Integrated Services Digital Network. The word ISDN, which I have told you that its its abbreviation is Integrated Services Digital Network. It provides the voice and data transmission services over the same line. It uses the same telephone line that is used in a dial-up modem. It provides the data transfer rate up to 128 kbps. So ISDN modem is also slower. So we got dial-up modem, which is also having a maximum speed 256 kbps. ISDN modem, which give you the maximum speed 128 kilobyte per second. Nowadays we are using DSL modem. DSL stand for Digital Subscribed Line or Subscriber Line. It's a broadband modem that use a DSL line to send and receive a data. It allows faster transmission over the standard telephone line than ISDN modem. On same telephone line, these ISDN modems are utilized. It provides the data transfer speed of 384 kilobyte to 20 megabyte per second. The dial-up and ISDN modem were replaced by a DSL modem, and right now these modem are absoluted because people are not utilizing that because of their slower speed. The DSL internet connection is more expensive than a dial-up and ISDN connection. So internet is also expensive, or you can say that whenever the speed will be faster, so automatically internet will be faster on a DSL modem. The next one is a network interface card or NIC. A network interface card is an expansion card that is used to connect a computer to another computer or to the network. It is also known as a network card or LAN card. The another name we provide for our network interface card is a LAN card, local area network card. Whenever you want to connect your computer to the network, you need a network card for that. If network card is not available inside your computer, you cannot connect your computer to the network. A network card can be added to the expansion slot. Many motherboards have this network interface card integrated on the motherboard. We got two types of network card. One is Ethernet cable or through cable. The second one is a wireless network interface card. Different types of network interface cards are available. First one is 10 over 100 Ethernet card. This is the speed, means up to 100 Mbps speed can be provided. Gigabyte card, and third one is a wireless network card. This is known as a network interface, or it is also known as RJ45 port. RJ network port or RJ45, the connector which is used for connecting a wire to the network interface card, that is known as a RJ45 connector.